Hey everyone, welcome back to Bee's Kitchen. Happy New Year. Today I am going to show you how I baked this delicious pound cake. Guys, I baked one of these over the Christmas period. I shared it on my Instagram page and I had a lot of requests asking for the recipe. So here you go guys, I really do hope you enjoy it. Stay with me and let's get started. For the pound cake recipe, I am going to use the following ingredients. I have 4 eggs, vanilla essence, I'll be using 1 tablespoon. I have 1 teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, 250 grams unsalted butter, and this is soft, I've left it at room temperature. 200 grams self-raising flour, you can also use all-purpose flour. I have 200 grams sugar, 100 ml almond milk, you can also use whole milk. And to bake my cake, I have my silicone baking tin. I will list all the ingredients used in this recipe in the description box below. First things first, ensure you're preheating the oven at the correct temperature. Mine is preheated at 170 degrees. Whilst the oven is preheating, I am just going to prepare my silicone baking tin. I'm just going to grease it with some butter. Next, I will dust it with some self-raising flour. If you're using a metal cake tin, you would need to do the same steps. And as you can see, the baking tin is nicely dusted. I am just going to pour the excess flour to the flour which I'll be using for the cake, as I didn't want to throw this away. I will set this aside for later use. To make my cake batter, I will be using a stand mixer, and guys, you can certainly use a handheld mixer, it works the same way. I have added the butter to my mixing bowl. I'm going to cream this until smooth for about 2 minutes on low speed. And as you can see, the butter is nicely creamed. I am now going to add the sugar and I'll continue mixing together until the butter and sugar is light and fluffy. This should take about 5 minutes on medium speed. As you can see, the sugar and the butter is nice and fluffy. I am now going to add the eggs one at a time and continue mixing on medium speed. Once I added all the eggs, I just wanted to ensure everything was mixing nicely. I stopped mixing. I'm just scraping the sides of the bowl and my beater. I will continue mixing on medium speed for 5 minutes. Five minutes later, I've just added the self-raising flour. Next, I will add the salt and baking powder and I'll continue mixing on medium speed. I have reduced the speed to low and I am now going to add the vanilla essence. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon. Next, I'm going to add my milk, but I'll be doing this on medium speed gradually. The reason why I add milk is because it softens the cake, it contributes moisture to the cake, and it also gives the cake extra flavor. Once you've added all the milk, mix the butter on high speed for 1 minute. We want the cake to be spongy. The cake batter is ready. I'm just scraping my beater. I'm going to scrape the sides of my mixing bowl. Next, I will pour the butter into my silicone cake tin. As I've added all my batter into the cake tin, I'm just leveling it using my spatula. Next, I'm going to bake the cake in the oven at 170 degrees for 50 minutes. And 50 minutes later, just look at this beauty. Time for the stick test. So I've just inserted my skewer. It came out dry, so at least I know my cake is cooked. If your skewer comes out wet, your cake is not cooked and it needs to go back in the oven. I'm going to allow the cake to cool down for 20 minutes before I remove it from the cake tin. And 20 minutes later, as the cake has cooled down nicely, I placed the rack on top of it. I flipped it over. I am now going to lift my silicone tin and just look at this beauty. It looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Can we just appreciate this cake? Can we just appreciate this cake? This is entirely optional. I am just going to sprinkle some icing sugar. I'm going to cut it and I'll show you guys how spongy this cake looks. Whilst I cut this cake to show you guys how spongy it is, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell. Now, moment of truth. Can we just look at how spongy this cake is, guys? You are certainly going to enjoy this recipe. Now, this cake will go down very well with some warm custard or even ice cream. Enjoy your cake and I will see you next time. Bye.